Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. Welcome to our Final Fantasy 16 100% run. We're going to do all the side quests, all the hunts, everything the game has to offer, as well as this also serving as your intro and outro. So if you're liking this playthrough, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out everything else on the channel. Leave a like below. And without further ado, let's get right into some Final Fantasy 16. Thanks, guys.
It's Plato. Cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold enough to heed her call? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy.
Okay.
Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp.
All right.
Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovani, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Korava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Come up around here.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
You there! Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant graybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village.
Okay.
3 of them, to be precise. One each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time.
Chocobos.
Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I have to find them. I thought they were marked. Okay, I think there's one. The one on the north side. Yeah, there should be one like over here.
Here's the scraps you're after.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home. Okay.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Not a scratch on them.
So it's these stones to Canva and the rest of the
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till the ends the mother's labor. What?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
True. And the last one's over here.
How are those new boots treating you?
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Yes.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
South is Guardians of the Crystal.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
No tillers of the land.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle.
I think I got that right.
3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers.
Yeah, okay.
Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to
It's an archaeological site.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
This makes sense now. It's an archaeological site. Not these people have come up and lived here. They're excavating. This makes perfect sense now.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
So essentially, to sustain the archaeological research, they're working leather. So on. Who is this?
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Phoenix Down symbol, okay.
Members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
Clive is like, what other secrets do you have,
Cyril's
brother?
Very, you certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field. Now that you wear the Phoenix down, our brothers and sisters will no doubt reveal themselves to you too. Farewell, my lord, and may the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
The free city's under siege?
You're right.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
No. Don't do it to me, game. I want to explore. I know it's the wrong way. Let's end this right here. Oh, okay, we're back here. Is that what I need? Okay, so we have that mastered. The next thing is mastering now these. This impulse. Oh, we're back to where we were on the upgrades.
Looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet.
Too powerful. He dodged way too powerful. With these 3 in our party,
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
what is a dragon, Clive? It has lived for probably hundreds of years.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg.
Yes, it would be.
Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
I think that would be one of the more difficult things to do these days. Obviously, if you were trained to do it, it would be easy. And I'm talking about tanning a hide.
Free cities under siege.
Something you could definitely,
Horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors will kill you.
you could probably definitely figure it out if you had enough time and practice. But depending on where you were, you probably freeze to death before you did that. But who knows? Yeah, well, I'm not tolerating that magic, whatever that sorcery is. Seems like this is the furthest away to do it, so there might be something over here. Make sure the game didn't trick me. It's more of a straight line from here.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Wow, this is Canva already? Flag's still flying. Really hope mid has a ship that works.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
What are these side quests? Why did you give me things of side quests? I have heard the exorbitant amount of side quests that come in after before you like after Bahamut is absolutely outrageous compared to the rest of the game. I can see why.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood.
Well, that's not good.
Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
Okay.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry.
All right, they gotta die.
Bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I haven't done that since I was a kid. Let's do it.
Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Can I just clear it out and just tell Sir Wade it's done? We're rekindling the flame though.
Back to Eastpool then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
And I do have to say, we have to do these side quests because there's not... I know at the end of the game, you don't go straight into being able to roam around again. You go straight into Game Plus. So you have to do these side quests now or before the end of the game. Otherwise, you're not able to complete it. I do know that.
She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
Can I just teleport there?
I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Yes, I can. The person that's going to destroy all of you.
Kill them! You will leave this place
Or face the consequences. That's the end of that then.
Oh God. Damn Flan, you gotta be kidding me.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Nice try.
Oh, that was... I hate Flan so much. Even in previous Final Fantasy games, they're such a pain. Especially in 8.
I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
This is true, we don't want that.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
First things first, we'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want to be caught in a storm without any shelter.
I like that side quest. That was a good one.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
Rebuilding Rosaria. Let's go.
You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
So there are some hunts. Let's go see what those hunts are. Because we do have to do them. We have a new missive as well. We'll have to check that.
Did you see that? Tell me just
Make sure it's not a quest.
Clive. What is it that you wish to learn?
Okay. Okay, he worships.
One must understand one's place in the world.
Someone left is Drake's spine.
Thus ends today's
After
lesson.
Drake's spine's down, will Ultima lose his power?
How may I help you today, Clive?
Okay, Patron's Whisper. We had a gift. Enclosed, you will find an item of high and strange order. For one, I require neither thanks or recompense. Consider it a reminder where loyalties are best placed.
You earned this.
Okay.
Come again. I may have more for you.
These are all the
Anything
ones that
catch
we
your
have to
eye?
do, right? Yeah, that's the
Always
trading
something
places.
in there.
We need to check this missive to make sure it's not a quest.
Were it not for the Undying's aid, I would be long dead.
Okay, brother. This way, yeah. Shelves are the other way.
Hauled into tires. My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true.
It is
The
true.
village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
on our own terms. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sword past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, don't know what that was. With that finally done, wow. And with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. Okay? Duty. Lord Marquise, in your absence, I shall watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able. I only ask you to do the same for his grace. Yote. I am the first shield for Saria. What do you think this is? This is my job. Oh. Hunting. There's hunting. I didn't look at the hunting board. It's wrong direction. It's over here. There's at least one target. There might be two.
Canva's walls will not hold the Akashic Horde for long. We can only hope they hold it for long enough.
Google. Okay. It is south of Tabor in Dalmekia. South of Tabor. Going to Tabor to the fields of by a group of hunters. Okay. Goes through Tabor. It had to be in here. Okay, so we're not going to do that right now because we can easily pull that through. And this one's here. Because we can easily just complete that and then keep on moving, so we'll do that at Tabor.
Taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
All right, let's see what's going on here.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Okay.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's bales.
I like how the other characters aren't saying, well, we don't want to do this. We should be on the main quest. I like how it's just like, you can quest whenever you want. I like it. We're likely gonna have some Black Knights here, I would guess. Since it is only fitting. No, okay.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
I think I know where that is. I think this is the closest one. I don't need this. Did I upgrade this? 450, let's kill this thing, we'll have it. Okay, we got it. $1,000. Okay. Good show, sir. We must save them.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late.
We are.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be locked down.
It's no mere guard dog. This is gonna be difficult. Bro, we just hit it with everything.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
Is it done?
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, Thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
Well, no one can return here.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Quentin, no.
Damn it.
He's gone.
Quentin's not going to last long in there.
Then we'll finish this quickly.
Enough.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Whatchamacallit? He's gonna go blue. I'm not sure what it's called. Okay, he's gonna get a Kashik. Get him out of the flood.
Quentin. Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Thunder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
I'm Quentin. I could have went in there.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you're only free so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right?
Yeah, listen to the little
Just go
kid.
back to how it was. You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing, right here in the Bales.
Okay.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Rosaria will. You will join
I
Rosaria.
am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family.
Just join Rosaria. But we're kingdom building now.
Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
That was a good one. The Emblem of the Hangman, the tavern at the heart of Lostwing. Okay.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
He gets it now. Quentin gets it, everyone. He gets it. Damn it. Oh, it isn't Bokola. It is the Crimson Caravans. Okay. We'll be able to do this in the hunt before we end it. So then tomorrow's stream we'll be back with the main quest.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
Oh, really?
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy? To make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with the blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them.
There's bandits.
So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Isn't that where the gobos are?
Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
Okay, it's not the same
I'm
one.
sure you won't need it.
Whoa. I think I went to the wrong one on that. Nope. I can't turn. I can't turn here. I could take a right. Right here.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
Yep. It is where Garbos are.
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
That is so powerful. It's insane.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat.
I knew eventually we'd come down to this village. I think there's a quest down here. Not a quest, but a chest. I think. Did I see one from above? No, I'm not seeing one. Let's clear this, just so we can say we cleared it. Then we'll do the hunt, which I think I know where it should be. Is there something over here? This is a dead end. And this looks like an arena if I've ever seen one. This looks like a rather large battle. Like the one with the dragon that we fought. The legendary dragon that was in Rosaria, I think. It's a large area. That's likely going to be a hunt area. Because mind you, after we beat Barnabas, we're likely going to have to
Something the matter, Theodore?
get ready to fight Ultima.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock.
Something's going on there.
The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble.
My trouble?
Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations.
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Okay.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic.
Okay.
And they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now. And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
That is true. Okay, so where was this? It was down here. South of Tabor. It's probably down here. It could be on this side, but it strictly says south of Tabor. So I think it's in that area. South of Tabor, off the path. We gotta come down here, take a right, and then take a left. It should be a rather easier fight, I would guess, just for the sole fact that we have Jill and we have Joshua with us.
The free city.
All right, and then left. I don't think I took a left here last time. Yep, there they are. Let's get this off the screen. They're a C as well, so I don't think we're gonna have any real issues with this.
You're on my side, Torgal.
Like I said, easy peasy.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Yeah, buddy, Torgal. Doing work. All right. So I think that's good there. So I think that's where we'll leave it off. I don't think we have any other things to do. Make sure nothing here, nothing here. Going all the way up the dim. Nothing in the hideaway. There's nothing down here. Nope, there is one in here. Take it back. There's another hunt. I missed that one. Maybe that one came available. We're gonna do this hunt. There's also a new missive. Maybe the hunt came with the missive? Nope, new hunt. Maybe multiple new hunts, depending. One. Better part of those black shields who spied on Lost Men were taken by the Ether Flood. However, we received reports that one yet survives. The result of their evil caused to resist any barriers traced too close to the hiding place of the Grisham's death. As for the cursed player sent to slay him. Okay, he's in Lost Wing. Easy peasy. Lost Wing. He's likely in the bottom round portion, I would say. How do we get down there again? The church, right? Where's the church exactly? Here's the bottom portion. Here's the stairs. Remember we had to go in the church. Okay, here it is. In the church. Down. Nope. Through here. Through here. It's hard to see a little bit here and there. It's all of this mist and fog and whatnot. This is the only place where I would think. It says it's straight in Lost Wing. So it has to be down here. Yep, there he is. Holy Trumpetor? Okay. I think he's gonna be wholly dead here in a second. This might be a harder fight than I realized. I'd use one high potion. He's done. Okay, let's see if another hunt's populated. I'll do another hunt if it's there.
Your work here is done.
That it is. Okay. The random places. Okay. We have settled the score. Let's clear out a couple things here at the hideaway, and then make sure the missive isn't a quest, which I don't think it will be. Maybe craft a couple of things, and then we're good for tomorrow's stream.
It seems the hideaway is lost its...
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Oh, that's Karen. Okay, starting over. 5. I cannot thank you for all you have done for Lost Wing. So in lieu of any awkward resurments, I don't know what that word actually is. Awkward thanks? Word's hard. Remembrance? I don't know. I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off. Only swill you're so covet. You know what? I'm gonna... It means thanks, grateful feelings, acknowledgement. So, the awkward thanks. That's close, I guess? I don't know. Here's a hangman signboard. Okay. See if we can't craft anything. We'll refill that last high potion that we used.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say, I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
Like family, right? I feel like Vin Diesel should pop out of the corner of the screen and just be like, it's about family.
Clive.
I know, that's a terrible joke.
You'll break your back stuffing all that in your satchel. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I know, it's
Finished, are you?
a terrible joke.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. That great lump.
Why, he's gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers.
No.
I won't hear bad words said about him, though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith tried to even think about doing goats down, we'll be having words. That it be.
Who was proud?
Okay, do I have to, he has a whole bunch to say.
Is there out you need?
Ask about Karen.
There's no one like our Nan.
She can be a bit grumpy, but deep down, she's got a heart of gold. My mom and dad worked me like a dog and still called me a witless, worthless waste of space. Said it so much, I started believing them. But the Nan got wind of how they were treating me, and she didn't like it one bit. Pulled out a big fat purse full of gold and threw it at their feet.
Your lad's worth double that.
She said, and if you lot can't see it, you hand him over to someone who can. All that shining, glittering gil, and Nan said I was worth more. I'd never been so happy in my life.
And I've never looked back.
I started working for Nan right then and there, and I gladly stayed with her till my dying day. Okay.
Be careful out there.
Goats. Always.
What's that for you, dear?
Oh wow, you made 1 HP better.